My name is Musa, and I've spent my whole life by the River Niger. As a fisherman, the river is everything to me, my sustenance, my livelihood, my companion. But there's one night, 5 years ago, that changed how I see the river forever. Even now, as I recount it, my heart tightens and my eyes brim with tears. It was a humid night, with no moonlight to guide my way. The river was unnervingly still, and an eerie silence hung in the air. I had been out since dusk, casting my nets and hoping for a good catch. But as midnight approached, I decided to call it a night. I was alone in my small wooden boat, rowing back to shore, when I heard it. A voice. It was faint at first, almost like a whisper carried by the wind. "Musa! Musa!" It sent chills down my spine. I looked around, but I was alone. The voice came again, louder, more desperate. "Musa!" I couldn't ignore it. I rowed towards the sound, my heart pounding with fear and curiosity. Then, out of the mist, I saw her. A woman dressed in white, standing on the surface of the water. Her long hair flowed around her, and her eyes. Her eyes were filled with such sorrow and despair that it broke my heart. She was translucent, glowing softly in the darkness. I wanted to turn and flee, but I was rooted to the spot, my body frozen with fear. Her lips moved, but no sound came out. Yet I understood her plea. She raised her hand and pointed towards the depths of the river, where countless souls had met their end. She was one of them, a lost soul trapped in the water's embrace, seeking release. Tears welled up in my eyes as I watched her. I felt her pain, her longing for peace. Summoning all my courage, I whispered a prayer, my voice shaking. As I did, she slowly faded back into the mist, leaving me alone once more, but forever changed. When I returned to the village, I couldn't sleep. Her sorrowful eyes haunted my dreams, and the weight of her despair pressed heavily on my soul. I shared my experience with the village elders, and they told me tales of others who had seen the ghosts of the river. These spirits, they said, were restless, bound to the river by tragic deaths. Determined to help, I gathered my friend Adamu, and together we prepared offerings, food, drink, and incense. We rowed back to the river one evening as the sun dipped below the horizon, casting long shadows over the water. We made our way to the ancient gnarled tree on the riverbank, a place known for its connection to the spirits of our ancestors. As we placed the offerings at the base of the tree, we recited prayers, asking the ancestors to guide these lost souls to peace. Tears streamed down my face as I prayed, my heart aching for the spirits trapped in their watery grave. Slowly, the air grew warmer, and the mist began to lift. I felt a sense of calm wash over me, as if a great burden had been lifted. One by one, the ghostly figures appeared, their expressions softening as they found solace. The woman in white was the last to appear. She looked at me with those sorrowful eyes, now filled with gratitude. She nodded once, and then she was gone. Since that night, the hauntings along our stretch of the River Niger have ceased. The river still holds its mysteries, but the ominous presence has lifted. The spirits have found peace, and so have I. I continue to fish, but with a newfound respect for the river and the souls it holds. I share my story not to frighten, but to remind us all of the unseen world that exists alongside our own. The River Niger is a place of life and death, of memory and mystery. It is where the past and present meet, and where the living can help the lost find peace. This is my story, and the story of the river that carries the weight of so many souls.